Behind every mask is a heartbeat, a story, a split second that changes everything. This is where the smoke clears and the people under the helmets are finally seen. This
Behind the
is
mask. We step inside the volunteer firehouses of Pennsylvania's coal region to meet the everyday people who answer the call.
Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here in Ralpho Township at the Overlook Fire Department Station 290. We're going to have a look inside today, see what they have for apparatus, a little bit of history, and find out what they do for your local community. So come along and let's meet the men behind the men. Here we are, the man himself.
Hello. Hi, Eric Santor here. I'm the second assistant currently, chief of the Ralpho Fire Company Overlook, or Overlook Fire Company, as people just like to say. Kind of have two names. Been in existence since 1927, so we're coming up on 100 years. This is our 99th year in existence to the community. We've only gone up and grown since then. So we'll take you around. We'll show you some of what we have in the station, our apparatus. Some of the amenities we have here at the station for the members, and so you come up. We have a kitchen here. We do rent with just a hall or a office for all of our paperwork and computers and stuff. We do have a little small hall here. We do rent it out. Minor parties, little birthday parties. We don't advertise it. It's cheap to rent out for the day. It keeps the lights on throughout the year, a couple extra bucks here and there.
So that does answer a question about fundraising then.
Yeah, that's a very, very small part of fundraising. Our biggest fundraiser is the Ellensburg Haunted House. Us and the Ellensburg Fire Department co-run that, and that's been for 50 years now. It was our 50th year this past year. So we're coming up on 51 years. I know 25 years of that savings alone went into our ladder truck that we bought 4 or 5 years ago.
Right, which we'll see here soon,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
We'll check them out then. Yeah, small hall, like I said, 40, 50 people.
Decorated really nicely too.
And then over the last probably 3-4 years, we've been fixing up our basement a lot better for members.
Oh wow, we're going into the basement.
Yep.
So as we've seen from the outside, there's many different bay doors up and down.
So down here in the basement, we have a full gym for our members to use. We've just added a Smith machine that was pretty substantial purchase, treadmill. So yeah, we're trying to upgrade equipment and get really good, high quality equipment for our members, not some backyard stuff that's in people's garages, used and stuff like that. But we've been slowly upgrading.
So you're really big in the physical health part.
Yeah, physical part. Like I said, we try to give our members the last couple of years. We've been trying to give our members more amenities, hang out down here. The more people that are here, the faster the rigs get out. It's all a mindset. If we get people to come sit here, watch TV for a couple hours, and there's a call, great. We can get out the door quicker.
Doors there too.
Yeah, they were actually homemade by one of our assistant chiefs.
Oh, wow, did a great
and
job.
Back there is besides the furnace, we have a washer and dryer. So if we're big into cancer prevention as well. So after every working fire, anybody who's interior, they have to wash their gear. Everybody has 2 sets of gear. So one set can be in the washer, one set can be ready to go. And then we can rotate them out. So the guys can come down here, put their gear in, do a workout, watch TV.
Ooh, a bar.
Bar per se, we don't have, we're not a social bar. We don't have, any kind of license, but this is for our members. Just yesterday was Super Bowl. We had everybody down here. Again, this is all 100% done by the members. We paid zero money. We paid zero money for any kind of labor work down here. So between calls, between trainings, between fundraising, guys have been down here working on this. So it is a work in progress. It's about 90% done, I would say. We're still got our writing assignment board we're gonna do. This is our old house siren. We're actually gonna make this into a card table. So we took it off the pole. It was out of service. It wasn't in service and use for many, many years. And with not pagers, but cell phones and apps and stuff now, we got rid of the hey, blow the siren, everybody come to the station kind of thing. So
It's like a lounge.
yep, yeah, we got some chairs in there so you can take a nap if you want, come back from a call. We actually have a shower over on the other side. So the idea was our secretary, not secretary, our treasurer at the time during COVID put in a grant for what is it, GE? I don't know what kind of appliances they are. I think it was a GE grant. We got the washer, dryer, stove, and refrigerator, and a microwave for free. They came and delivered it to us. So that's what started the idea of, hey, let's put a lounge in down here, and we'll go from there. So we have to put trophies yet up on the wall. You know, we're still working on that.
Already.
Yeah, you could go back to the 70s, 60s. There's some pretty neat trophies with the beer cans on them over there. All the way up to last year up in Englewood. Basically the only parade that we really attend is Englewood in Schuylkill County. That's a very, very, very big parade. I don't know if you're ever up there for that. There's about 100 apparatus.
I hear about it. I need to get to one of those.
Yeah, there's about 100 apparatus or more, or you know, around that, and it's pretty good feeling when you walk away with a nice trophy from up there. You know, because the guys put a lot of hard work in. Like I said, this was one of the original bays. There was a 1940. I want to say 45, 46 pumper that was here. That's actually the fire truck that's down at Knoebels right now, underneath the awning over by the Ferris wheel.
Oh yeah,
they own that. Yeah, they own that truck. They bought it from us back when it flooded in the 70s, and they restored it and made it a parade piece.
That we all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to step into the engine bay. Here we are.
All right, so we're out here in our truck bay. This was a carriage house addition added on, I'm going to say late 70s, somewhere around there. We have a big history book we're still going through for the 100th. So this was added on to hold all apparatus. It's 4 bays. It used to be only 3 bays, but we added a 4th in the back. So,
all right.
This is our main piece. One of the only pieces in the county. It's the tallest ladder. It's a designated ladder 294. The 2020 Pierce Enforcer.
It smells the work in it.
Yeah.
You smell the smoke in it.
This was bought with at least 25 years of savings from just our haunted house. It was just under $1 million when we bought it in 2019. Built in 2020. Today it'd be worth $1.5 million if we would try to build this. So that's how much prices have gone up. So, like, fundraising is crucial. I said so. You were just in the driver's seat, typical driver's seat, has everything. The seat's 6. We have 7 SCBA on here, and the reason for that is if we get a guy show up on scene, they can grab an extra pack from the rig. As you see, all the SCBA, our philosophy as a truck company, everybody has a job. All of our radios are, they're all stamped with, if I find it here.
Where's it at?
One of them have it.
Yeah. They're all stamped with the, yeah, so everybody has a job. So there's OVM, there's roof, irons, chauffeur, officer. Can man.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of it. So all of our radios. So
definitely
all of our.
Don't want to stand up while you're in here.
Yeah, this isn't the raised roof cab, but it's definitely big enough for us.
So you would typically get your gear on first before you would come in this one?
Yeah, usually everybody gets their gear on and they're ready. You know, they're putting their SCBA on if it's a working fire. You know, obviously we treat everything as a working fire.
It's supposed to be laying there.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just they're all attached.
Okay.
But yeah.
Ready to go in a hurry.
This side is EMS. So we have our AED, EMS jump bag, vest, just some amenities for on scene, hats, gloves. I know Chief Psycho up in Colton, you know, same thing. You know, hats, gloves, shirts. You get cold in the wintertime. You want to get dry. You know, you can change stuff out like that. Hand warmers. You know, Narcan things we carry. You know.
Unfortunately, I have.
This side, we carry our. We have 2 4-gas meters. We have all of our batteries for our thermal imaging. We have a thermal imager on one of the packs back here, and the officer has a thermal imager. They're attached right to the pack. They can get off the rig and go. Forcible entry bag. We have everything back there for us. So if we have like a hotel, or you know, we have the Nights Inn down here, so we have stuff to open up doors.
Okay.
And
without really having to break them too much.
Yeah,
right?
and this is a hydraulic ram to open up doors as well, like a little handheld one, and some extra masks for some of our members who. Like the regular masks don't fit, so we keep them in here. Each side is mirrored. We have a can and irons in the compartment here, as well as the driver's side. and behind as well we have hooks, so everybody can get off. You know, our philosophy is everybody's getting off the rig with the tool. You know, you're assigned the job, that's your job. You know, if you're the OVM on a fire, OV man, you're going to go to the rear, and you're going to do a size up, and you're going to give command a report. Obviously, irons, you're going to force the door. You know, our thing is life safety first. You know, and then we'll go. So, our cross lays, we have 3 pre-connects, 2 200-foot 2-inch lines with TFT auto combination nozzles, and we have a 200-foot 3-inch with a smoothbore nozzle. This also can be used as a leader line for commercial buildings, industrial, so we can get a fire inside, you know, because it's more than usually 200 feet inside of a large building. So we can pull that and take one of these and connect that to that one and extend our line more.
Is it common to have a pump system like this on a ladder truck?
No, it's not.
I haven't seen it more
in the
than
bigger
once,
cities, even Shamokin has a designated ladder truck. They do ladder functions. They don't have any water. Us out here being rural, we have to have the best of both worlds. So we have to have everything. We have to have suppression and we have to have a ladder. We had an engine here for many, many, many years. And then with the new houses and new construction, we talked about getting a ladder truck. So we bought a used one back in 2016, 17, 18, somewhere in there. I can't remember the exact year. We ran that for about 5 years until we bought the new one. We trained with that one. We got all the bugs worked out, you know, concept, you know, everybody trained up to speed, truck company, you know, classes, and we went from there. Up here we have 200 feet of electrical line, so we can pull that. We can run off the generator that we have on the truck. We have a hydraulic generator. But you were talking about the water concept. Yeah, yes. You know, in a bigger city, you have truck companies do truck work, that's all they do. Engine companies do engine work, that's all we do. Unfortunately, like I said, we can't leave our residents without fire suppression as well. So we had the best of both worlds, and now with limited manpower and things in cities and communities, we're pulling up to the scene with everything. This is like a Swiss Army knife of fire trucks. You know, we got everything.
Said that actually.
Yeah.
I really like the concept of having it. And how many gallons did you say it carried a gallon?
This has 500 gallons. Same thing as an engine. 2,000 gallon a minute pump.
So I imagine it's a heavy rig to drive.
Yeah, it's a heavy rig to drive because of the ladder being top heavy. But you know, our guys, you know, we have really good trained, seasoned guys here, so they are they're well experienced. We do have a lot of CDL guys as well too that drive. So
good experience.
This compartment's our ventilation compartment. We have two positive pressure fans. They run off battery as well as just electricity, and the other one is the negative pressure fan that runs off electricity as well. Everything we have labeled, as you see. You know, you go through the compartments, tarps, salvage kit. All of our batteries for all of our hydraulic tools that we'll get to, our Milwaukee stuff. We have everything Milwaukee, so all of our cordless stuff is Milwaukee. All of our lights, drills, you know, saws, things like that. SCBA cylinders, you can see every space on this truck has tried to been utilized. So you know,
I see that's a common concept.
Yeah, that's one of the things that they came up with years ago. You know, we'll try to get extra space and storage. So same thing.
That's a great idea. Actually.
Yeah. So this was it was dead space over the years. So somebody figured out along the lines, hey, let's do that. This is all of our Milwaukee stuff, extension cords, our junction box. Again, everything we have labeled, so it's super stupid simple. You know, hey, we need drills and drivers, we need saws, grind anything. Here it is. Grab the whole bag and go. We have everything with us.
And you guys know your rig really well, anyways. Yeah, so the labels
everybody.
Are just extra.
And we do test. We do test our members. You know, hey, go get me this, go get me that. You know, we have them. You know, just sitting around.
Part of training. Yep.
Yep, light towers, you know, more light boxes. So.
Overlook Boulevard.
Yep, that's the road that we're on. This compartment's all vehicle rescue mostly. We got the you know, commonly referred to as the jaws of life. These are the hydraulic tools. They run off of battery. We have extra batteries, as well as if we ever run out of battery, we can plug these into 110 outlet off the generator. We can cut nonstop, spread nonstop. Yeah, as long as we have power. Typical cribbing. We have enough for 2 vehicles. You know, we unfortunately we get a lot of traffic here during the summer with Knoebels. Knoebels is our first due. We get a lot of out-of-towners. We get a lot of vehicle wrecks. So again, that's something that our guys do train on. We train on vehicle rescue. This compartment, just hand tools, heavy irons. We have some smaller hooks. The coal region style houses that are really cramped and tight. We found that it was hard to get our big 6-foot hooks, 5-foot hooks, so we made some smaller ones that we can tear open walls and hallways and things, and we can work and pull open walls for the engine company, get to the fire.
Customized.
So yeah, we have our chief here, Chief Herr. He's pretty good with metal and welding and things, and he can make just about anything we tell him to. So
that's awesome. It's good to have.
Yeah. Here in the backs are ladder compartments. So we'll start over here. This is a 35-foot, 16-foot, 10-foot. Everything's labeled as you see. Again, we keep everything simple. Whatever you need is labeled. It's not hard.
Mess it up.
Firefighting is not hard. It's simple. It's just people make it make it harder than what it needs to be. 224s, and we have hooks directly attached with them, so they can take a hook with the ladder as they go. If they have to open up a window, do ventilation. We carry very minimal oil dry cones, traffic stuff. This is our water supply bag. Everything in here to hit a hydrant or from a dump site, because we are rural as well. We don't have a lot of hydrants out here. We have about maybe under 20 hydrants, I would think, in our first two. Yeah, so a lot of that is rural, so we need water. We need to bring the water with us. So up top we have enough for 800 feet of 5-inch supply. Again, being a ladder company, we shouldn't really be laying in, but we can. So if we need to supply ourselves, if we don't have an engine around close, we need to get the back, to the rear of a building and there's nobody coming, we can supply ourselves. We have a pump as well to supply our own ladder, as well as being supplied by another engine. This will go right to the waterway. So if we're just doing strictly defensive waterway stuff, that goes directly to the water pipe out to the end of the ladder. Also, there's some 5-inch over there that's in 50-foot and 25-foot sections for short lays. So in combination, there's about 850 feet total. This is all going to change soon. We have some hose on order right now from a federal grant that we got, so we're just waiting a year. It's going to be a year till it's shipped in.
Well, this is my first, ladies and gentlemen. Look where I'm at, on top of the ladder truck. And we are with?
Lieutenant Herr, Jacob Herr. Up on the ladder here, if you see on the two sides, we have two 16-foot roof ladders. And what's cool with them is both sides have the roof hooks on them, so no matter which way you take it up the ladder, you're not spinning a 16-foot ladder around up on a 3-story row in Shamokin. You could just hook it right to the roof peak without flipping ladders around. And then up there, we also keep a Halligan bar and an 8-foot hook, so you're minimizing the tools you're carrying up on the ladder, so you have more points of contact. You're only, everything's up there that you need to work. We even have a saw scabbard up on the side, so before you make your climb to the roof, you can start your saw, warm it up, put it in the saw scabbard, and then as the operator gets the ladder to the roof, you have 2 free hands to climb. Everything's up at the tip, ready to work.
And that's well thought out right there.
Yeah.
And is that something you guys designed personally, or is that a standard that comes with the apparatus?
It's most standards with aerials to have tools at the tip. Some people have an axe, a Halligan, or a hook and an axe. Saw scabbard we saw throughout the internet when we were in the planning process of the ladder, and it was kind of something unique we liked, so we figured we added on. In this compartment here, we have ladder belts. So if you're up working on the aerial, you could clip in as like a safety feature. Most of us, we've now switched to the harnesses built into our bunker pants. So we already have the big carabiner there that we can hook into, but for some chance if you don't, you can clip into the ladder for safety reasons.
This is where you would operate it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
It's a pretty simple thing to operate, or?
Yeah, for the most part, it's fairly simple. I mean, there's still a lot of class you have to take with it and knowing your apparatus, but...
And your hazards around your power lines obviously are a big thing.
Yeah.
So, and there's always active power lines on the fire ground for the most part, and then you never predict if they're going to fall or whatnot. I don't know how to predict that kind of stuff, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's always unpredictable stuff like that. Yeah. I know coming in, officer will be looking for power lines that kind of direct where the operator to place the ladder in kind of position. Like you're always kind of looking ahead.
Lots of water flows through that. So how many gallons per minute would you say the ladder itself, if you're in, was it a master stream operation?
If we're in a master stream operation, we have an 1.5-inch smoothbore tip. So we're looking to flow roughly around 600 gallons a minute out of that. So it's a lot.
It definitely is. And it gets a good distance, I imagine.
Yeah, I forget what the distance we checked on it, but it goes a pretty good ways away.
And I heard you asking about the controls up there. It's electric over hydraulic, so a lot of things are ran off the electric computer. So now when you can pull that handle as fast as you want, and it'll feather itself in and feather itself out. Back in the day, our old ladder was just strictly hydraulic, and you would have to feather it yourself. So if you let go of that lever, the whole ladder would shake. So you had to control, more control over it. So this compartment, we have saws strategically placed next to the walkway to get up to do ventilation.
Nice.
We have 7 saws. Two rotaries, K12s what they call them.
My favorite ones, actually.
This one has the diamond tip blade on it, so concrete, metal, anything. This one has a warthog blade on it. That's great for roofing.
Wow.
This thing chews through roofs like you don't
wow.
even need to pull the trigger. It goes. Smaller little saw just for some branches and stuff. 2 other still chainsaws as well. They have the carbide tipped chains on them, so we can cut through some lightweight
stuff,
metal
yeah.
and stuff. And we have the electric ones as well, so we can use inside a rotary and whatever, and all the accessories to keep the saws running. This is our rope compartment. So
raining a little bit.
Yeah, we're a little wet. They washed the truck, so everything rope rescue and RIT. Starting on the left, we have our accessory bag. It's got our harnesses, it's got our prusiks, carabiners, everything in there. Everything's labeled. Lifeline, 150 feet of lifeline. Anything red bag is lifeline. Anything black is utility, as you can see, and it's also labeled. They're already pre-rigged and set up with the lowering systems on them. Large area search bag, a RIT bag.
And how often would you have to use a rip rescue, you'd say?
Not often, which is scary because...
And what's really nice is where this is located, I want to point out directly behind them.
Exactly, yeah. You can stand here. If you want to go over ropes, we have all the knots. Again, our chief put this together.
That was really nice.
Yeah,
right there
our chief put this together. We had an old chalkboard here, so yeah, you can tie your knots on here.
Really well thought of.
Yeah, so if you want to go over ropes, it's right here with you. But ropes is a thing that a lot of people don't practice on. We get it out at least twice a year. We go over it, we review it. We've had some rescues already with it.
But not very common.
Not something I want to do again, but in the middle of an ice storm on a cliff, that was one of the worst ones. It actually just happened about 4 years ago. Somebody reminded me over in between Danville and here. Talked about RIT. We don't advertise as a RIT company, but we will do it. Our guys are trained as well. So if we need a supplement, maybe a crew gets out of 3, 2, and they need extra guys, and we're going to a fire scene, we could still go in and do RIT. We could still supplement another RIT company. Again, we try to give everybody the basics here. If you want to expand and do more, it's on the table for you. You want to do vehicle rescue, you want to do rope rescue, you want to do RIT.
So whatever the call for services, you can do it.
We will get you the classes and do it if that's what you want to do. So a lot of our guys, take opportunity, and we do have a lot of training here.
More cylinder storage.
More cylinders, and one has a ABC extinguisher in here, just for.
When you shut these kind, you got to spin them.
Yeah, you got to just turn it. Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
See, now I'm learning.
So this is our. This is just SCBA compartment extra, for the driver and +1. So again, when we get somebody on scene, we're out rural, so somebody might be coming from another part of town. We have an extra SCBA here. We have a custom toolbox, everything labeled. Again, somebody did arts and crafts time and put all this in here, so we know if something's missing, we can find it, or whatever we're looking for.
Definitely well organized, yeah.
Decon hose, air hose, just spanner wrenches, just a short fill hose, our step gun. So if we can connect to that 300-foot or that 3-inch, 200-foot line on the side, we can put that on there for a ground monitor.
And I'll put up some good water there.
Yeah.
And another nozzle tip there.
Yeah. This is another smoothbore nozzle. So everything's in drawers. It's all kept there. We can actually hold a lot more equipment that way than mounting it on a board.
There, yeah.
So.
No, this is where the pump's operated.
Yeah, typical pump. You know, we have 3 wet lines, you know, pre-connected. Everything's labeled. Again, automatic primer on it. You know, a gazania goes out, yeah.
Yep, I like that term. Gazania goes out.
Yeah, water comes in, water comes out. That's it. As long as you got water coming in, you can make it go out. You know, it all depends how much you're flowing. So that's a dunnage area. It's got our wacky ladder or little giant ladder, whatever you want to call it. Our Stokes, you know, is a wire Stokes that we can put together, so we can take the scenes and just broom shovel for cleanup. Again, you know, our utility is more set up for, you know, cleanups and things like that. And when we get to that, that's the monitor there for the waterway. We keep the monitor pinned back for rescue. Again, we always life safety over anything first. So the monitor, when you put the ladder out, the monitor will stay back so you can get the ladder up on a roof or closer to it. The third rig this bell's been on. It was on our other 2 engines. Or sorry, our engine ladder before this and this one. So it continues to be passed down on the newer rigs. And then this just has just some cribbing here so we can. It says thank the engine because a lot of times we're blocked out by hose, so we have to move hose or jump hose. So that's what this is for. We can make a little bridge.
Thank the engine.
we can make a little bridge and kind of drive over the hose to get closer because our ladder only goes so far. So.
This is our tanker, Tanker 296, 2006 International cab, built by it was U.S. Tanker at the time. They're out of business now, but 1,000 GPM pump with a 2,000 gallon water tank. It's only a 2-person cab. With our SOGs, we only, for tanker runs, send 2 people, but today's day and age with the ladder covering so much, we'll just send a driver. But we do still carry an SCBA on it for instances where if we are short-staffed, we could put a driver and a firefighter on here and they could still do suppression operations and have full PPE.
Looks like a big thing to drive.
It's honestly one of the easier things to drive out of everything we have. Pump here, pump's a pump similar to the ladder here, but this is just a little bit smaller, 1,000 GPM. Up top, similar to the ladder, we have 2 200-foot cross leads of 2-inch. And then we also have 200 feet of 3-inch that we could use for supply, leader line, stuff like that. So it's pretty much identical. This is pretty much with all fittings, adapters, barrel strainers, low-level strainers. So if we're drafting or doing dump tank operations, we could use them. Multiple adapters here. Supply hose, portable monitor if we are doing exterior operations.
Also known as a surround and drown.
Yeah.
That's another term I've heard.
Here we have our hard suction. So if we're drafting or, like I said, using our dump tanks, we do have the capabilities to draft with them.
Cool, these are like giant straws. Just think of it that way. We just use them to suck up water into the pump. So.
From like a pond or a creek or any kind of water source, pretty
or
much.
The portable dump tank.
Just miscellaneous stuff, rope. We do have an air fitting connection on the pump, some minor hand tools.
So simple things to operate a tanker, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's for operating on a fireground like interior or whatnot. It's just basically a water supply.
Yeah. Rope. You'll tie off your strainer if we're throwing it in a creek, so your hard suction or strainer doesn't get swept away. And then that right there is one of our side dumps. So if we're pulling up to a dump tank and rural water shuttle, the operator can operate the switch and all the water will dump off this side.
So the ins and outs here.
Just ends.
Yeah.
Just all ends?
Just ends, just to fill.
So you can't dump out the rear then?
You can dump out the rear.
Yeah.
But these are just to fill the 5-inch fill and a 2-inch.
Oh, that's the dump here then,
Yeah.
okay. And I imagine this gets a lot of runs.
Yeah, and like I said, Tanker Task Force, so any working fire in a rural area, command can call for Tanker Task Force. The before this has been is right down to Overlook County.
Oh wow, that is a good drive from here.
Yeah, we were, I think the second alarm tanker task force or something out there, they need like 30 tankers or something. They got a lot of big commercial.
They can also dump out of this side, ladies and gentlemen. Which this would be called the curb side, and the other side the street side, right? You ever heard that term before?
No, we normally just go off of driver's side, officer side kind of thing.
Okay. So this would be officer side?
Yeah, this would be the officer side dump.
I'll have to stick up with that term then.
Cool, we can also dump from the cab, so you don't need to get out. You can pour up to the dump tank, hit a switch, dump your water and go fill.
Oh wow.
That's the main idea of a tanker loop. Just keep water.
Compartments here, we have just some small forestry hose, brush fires, or like...
It's a very common thing in this area, actually.
Yeah.
So,
trash fire, stuff like that. You're not taking off good.
yeah, simple little tools to have, you know, the basics, right?
Water can. Just basic firefighting stuff, nothing too crazy. If it's anything structural, mostly the ladder should go first, so this is just bare bones, just to get you by if need be. And then here we just have a tarp we like to put down underneath our dump tank. So it's a heavy duty tarp, so you're not getting rocks puncturing it, putting small holes in it.
And this is the dump tank up here.
Yeah, 2,000 gallon dump tank.
Kids under there. There we go.
Here just supply hose to fill, some 1.5 inches if we are running lines or trash fire, stuff like that.
Okay.
Pro pack with foam for
Okay, that's what that is there.
for on a car fire or something,
That's pretty cool,
or some
actually.
kind of heavy machinery. We have foam. Here, this is just where our crosslays come off. We have both coming off the same side here with the concept of keeping all the hose and everything out of the way of the operator, so it's free for him to run the pumps, everything's out of his way.
That makes sense, yeah.
So this is our utility truck. It's a utility 290. This is our chase truck. Anything if the ladder goes on a fire accident, our extra manpower comes to get this out. As long as we don't need water. Obviously, water's the second priority after the ladder, or first priority sometimes, depending on the time of the day, like Jacob said. It's a 2019 Ford F-350. I'll take that key out so it's not dinging.
Sounds like a normal Ford, yeah.
Yep, ding and ding ding. This was upfitted at Rapid 911 Response down in Annville, down in Lebanon area. So we had all the lights and the middle console put in. The only thing we added was the tablet there to run off our county system, the crew force. So that can give us our call updates. We can see exactly what the dispatcher's typing in. They can actually see our GPS of where we are.
Pretty cool,
we can see some other vehicles as well.
It's actually not too bad in here.
Yeah.
Nice and roomy too.
Yeah.
Gotta have the flares.
Yep. We lifted it up, 4-inch lift. We put 35s on it. So being rural,
Nice.
we can pretty much get anywhere. It's a jack of all trades truck. We can run a lot of incidents, trees down, wires down, investigations, brush fires. Like I said, we can take this truck where the ladder doesn't have to go. We can keep the miles off the ladder and run this out, so we're not constantly beating the ladder up. We want to try to let that truck for 30 years.
Oh yeah,
Being it's gonna, over $1 million already. So again, extra stuff for on scene. So we have 4 SCBA, same thing on the other side as here. We have an hydraulic combi tool.
Oh wow.
Again, four-wheel drive capability. We get something, we can pretty much start going to town, getting, cutting doors, spreading doors.
Like a UTV accident.
Yeah, but not just in case like it's a snow. We cover the Natalie Mountain, so the ladder might not make it up a hill. This can get out quick, and if it's on the road, again, it's a lot easier to drive. We can get more people to drive it, more responses out of it. A lot of people may not drive the ladder, so they could drive this, and we have something on here to get started. Auto cribbing in the back to crib vehicles. They're just like little. They kind of just like set themselves. Yeah. Just some PWs. We have a funnel in here because our fuel, to put the fuel in. Our thing's a little messed up, but 2 PWs, dry cam extinguisher. All of our long-handled brooms and hooks and things are in there. So up here we have our vest, and we have ballistic vest and helmets for rescue task force. A lot of our guys are trained as that as well. So if there would be a shooting, or God forbid something with the schools, we do have members here that are trained and can help police, EMS, get casualty points and get people out.
People to safety.
Yeah. So we carry all that here. Again, get out the door quick. Right now, being winter, we have this set up because a lot of driveways are slick still. So once snow melts, this will go back to our spill stuff, our oil dry, our booms, pads, things like that for accidents and spill cleanup. So we have 200 feet of 3-inch on a gated Y, and then we have 300 feet 1.5 inches with a smooth bore. So in the event we have to make a driveway access, we can lay up with this truck with the guys, and then we can supply with the tanker. So we can get some kind of suppression to that. Back compartment, there's some of the spill stuff here, chains, oil dry. We kept a little bit on here, flares and whatnot. Comfort compartment, there's a, besides the BLS bag and AED, there is a Keurig, coffee, soups, stuff like that. So if we're on scene for a long time, this is their water. We can, get somebody a coffee or
like
whatnot.
you said, more saws up top.
Yep, saws up top. Again, clean up, broom, shovel.
Brush fire stuff too.
Yeah, we carry a little bit of brush fire stuff on here. The UTV and the trailer will have more of that as well when we get to that. So this is our trailer. We just literally got this not even 4 months ago. We had a different trailer, but
Wow, it's big.
Yeah, we needed a little bit. We wanted to add a door to our other trailer, and it was going to be way too much. So, we talked about added cabinets, lighting, heating, all that stuff. So we just said, let's just sell the other one. We'll start brand new. That's what we did.
Wow,
so,
look at all this space.
Yeah. So we got, this is going to be used in conjunction with our UTV, is used for our search and rescue team. We have a canine search and rescue team here that runs. We have three certified dogs right now. They are good for man tracking, and our assistant chief, Brian Wary, he takes lead with that. He brought that here to our station a few years ago, and again, we had some members take it under their wing, and they love doing it.
Got the air system in here and everything.
Yep. So again, if we're out, we can hook up the generator. We can AC.
It's like
heat.
a mobile command post.
Yeah, exactly. He can run his computer system here. He has tracking systems and stuff. They can see their GPS where they're at. So again, all the it's not fully.
It's not fully.
It's not I said brand spanking new just about. But so a few years ago we applied for a DCNR grant, and we were awarded $13,000 to put towards the UTV. So we had a matching DCNR grant. We bought a 2024 Kawasaki Mule, and we put the skid unit on the back. It's got 60 gallons of water. It holds 3. Again, we do have SOGs here, so anything mutual aid, only 3 go with the UTV to brush fires with the utility, and everybody else will man the station. Little pump on board, like I said, 60 gallons, 2 backpack leaf blowers, chainsaws, some hand tools.
Side lighting and everything.
Yeah, we added the side lighting to it. We added the little reds to it. I don't even know where the side lighting is. Maybe there. Everything with them. There we go. And all their gear and set up a command.
Have red lighting on the outside of it?
No red lighting on the back. Just a yeah. Brush fires and search and rescue calls, they're not really lights and siren emergency responses. They're more, now if a brush fire is endangering a structure, yes, obviously you want to get there quick. A lot of brush fires are out in the middle of the woods. You don't need to get there quick. You can kind of take you don't take your time, but you don't need to be.
You can go with caution and not cause chaos on the road.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right.
There,
yeah. So
that makes sense. Yes.
Yeah. So like I said, we kind of train our guys. Our guys have a lot of good discipline, and control over that. You're not going to see them flying down the road to a brush fire in the middle of the woods.
Old scrapbook.
Yeah. That's that bay where you step down into. That was the original bay when they were building the truck bay now. Yeah. that was like I said, it's been a 50th anniversary. It's been a we said we're gonna bring them back for the 100th. We're gonna wear that.
Should, you really should. All right, as I'm getting ready to leave, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys having me out today.
Absolutely
So,
cool. Thanks for coming down.
And definitely.
Yeah, like I said, doors are always open. What you're doing is a great thing.
Anyone else that wants to come down and do something like this, just ask, right?
Get inside and see what we're about. See what the volunteer service does for you. Like I said, a lot of people just call 911 and think we're sitting down here. We're volunteers. We all work. We all have families. We all have jobs. And we are keeping equipment together. We're doing fundraising, training, and there is a job for everybody. You want to join? Take the step in the door. Come on in, see what it's about. We just had 2 guys come in last meeting. They're already part of the family. Absolutely.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know none of you gentlemen for today. I come in, I feel like I've known you for years. You guys are awesome. The hospitality is great. So, and that's what you provide for your local community. So, all right. Before we go, we got a sticker and a keychain we're going to hide. So if you were the first viewer to see this and you want one of these, come on up to the Overlook Fire Department. Right under that cone right there on the wall. Side street, side entrance, right there. Go on up and get yourself a free keychain and sticker. Thanks for the support.
With